Come here, bud. Yeah. All right, so just a little wrap up here for Maxie. Right off the bat, I could tell that he was pretty used to just finding motivation all around him instead of engaging with whoever his handler is, you guys, or sorry, my dog, or me in this case. So the first few days were really spent on not allowing him to do any sniffing around or searching for things to find it engaging. So I did a lot of moving around and leash pressure into me, and then rewarding him for paying attention to me, engaging with me, interacting with me, anything like that, following me without needing leash pressure, any types of engagement that I could get, I marked and rewarded. So once I had him paying a little bit more attention to me, then we switched over to establishing a marker system. So a marker is going to be a word or sound that marks a moment in time that I like something that he does, and for him that's going to announce the arrival of a reward. So it's just a bridge between desired behavior and delivery of food so that we don't accidentally reward anything that happens between those two events. What is it? Can you smell it? So for right now, the biggest one is going to be the word yes, meaning come take something from me. So I'm using that one primarily to shape new behaviors, yes, and to reward engagement. So if he's looking up at me, making eye contact, I'm going to mark and reward those moments. When he hears the word yes, he doesn't have to do anything within behavior except come take food from me. So again, I'm going to use that to build enthusiasm and build engagement. Yes. The other two reward or markers that I'm going to be using as far as reward goes are going to be the words okay, or excuse me, good and okay. And those are going to be used to build duration within behavior. So sit, good means I like what you're doing, continue to do it, good. And I can reward him in behavior to keep him doing that behavior. So in this case, the sit. And in that time, I want to, good, build neutrality to me, moving away, taking steps, petting him, good, to show him that I want him to continue to do that behavior until I give him his release word, okay, meaning the behavior is over. Very good, he's a good boy. And then of course, no means no. So if I tell him to sit and then I move too much and if he comes out of behavior, I'll say no, put him back into that sit, good, for going back into behavior. Okay, so the difference would be sit, yes. How I offer that reinforcement. Instead of just smashing into his face, I want him to move a little bit. I want him to chase after my hand. I want to tap into that play drive that he has and to build up his work ethic and know that he has to do things in order to get what he wants. So instead of the food just being there all willy-nilly, yes, I want to make him push into my hand and have to really work to get that food again, just to build up that work ethic. He's doing really nicely now that I have him paying more attention to me. We're migrating outside of the training room. All of last week was in the training room because he was so distracted by everything around him. Any type of sound, whatever. It was really hard to keep him paying attention to me. He spent a lot of time at the end of the leash trying to move away from me, which is relatively normal when dogs first get here, but he was really just not interested in anything that I had to offer. If it was even the slightest bit of work for him, he'd be like, Matt, it's not worth my time. I'm gonna go over here and do this instead. So I'm really happy with his work ethic. This week's gonna be much more about generalizing his obedience in other places and teaching him how to respond to leash pressure and essentially giving him a little bit of a consequence for non-compliance. I want to show him that there's follow through and that he has to do the things that I want him to do, and we'll make sure that there's a good balance of motivation and holding him accountable for those types of behaviors. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out and ask. I'm blind, so I cannot really tell what I look like in my camera screen right here, so if this is a weird looking video, I apologize. The lights are off and I'm just using the sunlight, so. All right. Hi, bud. Don't knock over the thing.